surprised Grace hasn't worked that out. It's not his turn. Grace relaxes back against the headboard and smiles. Yes, of course. Perhaps Daddy could help you make breakfast then. I'm nearly 8, I can do it by myself, Kaya announces. It appears that I'm redundant then, Marcus says, holding up his hands with mock offence. In that case, I'll go for a shower instead. Grace watches her husband walk into their ensuite bathroom, the muscles in his back expanding and sliding over bone as he stretches out his shoulders. His professional career ended 7 years ago, but he still trains with the determination of an athlete. Then she turns back to Kaya, who's eyeing the bed with a longing expression. Grace smiles her approval, lifts up the duvet and lets Kaya wriggle inside until their heads are parallel. Kaya cups her small hand tightly over Grace's ear. But Mummy, she whispers, her warm breath crackling down the shadowy tunnel to Grace's brain. Will you make my breakfast? Because you're the best at that. Marcus offers to buy croissants from the local deli in the end. They sit at the breakfast table together, ripping apart the soft dough and smothering it with Grace's mother's famous damson jam, and Grace allows herself a moment of reflection. Life hasn't always been easy, and at times she's found it hard to stay optimistic. But here she is, eating delicious food in a home she loves with her 2 favourite people in the world. Hey, Kaya, help me clear the table. Marcus picks up the 3 plates dappled with crumbs and gestures for Kaya to collect the rest of the crockery. As Grace watches Kaya walk between the table and the kitchen, she wonders what her daughter is thinking about. Usually she'd be giggling at Marcus's atrocious dad jokes by now, or calling shotgun on the washing up and barging him out of the way. But she seems miles away today. Perhaps this is just a sign of her growing up, claiming her independence one clandestine thought at a time. Marcus looks at his watch. Time for rugby, Kaya. Race upstairs and get your kit on. It was always Marcus's dream to have a child to share his biggest passion with, and he never allowed Kaya's gender to be a barrier. He signed her up with the local rugby club as soon as she was old enough, 2 years ago, and it's since become a Sunday morning ritual from September to April, the highlight of both their weeks. I don't want to go. Marcus looks up in surprise. Huh? I want to stay home with Mummy instead. But you're the best player in the squad, he reminds her, fatherly pride oozing out. Faster than all the boys. Awesome ball skills. You love it there. Why don't you want to go? Kaya shrugs and leans into Grace. Marcus adds a bigger smile and tries a different tack. How about I promise to get you a hot chocolate at the end? He winks. Marshmallows on top if you score a try. Grace watches her daughter weigh up his offer. Kaya has always loved rugby and comes home recounting stories of her achievements on the pitch. And she's a big fan of hot chocolate too. Perhaps Grace should give her one more push. And Grandad will love to hear about it later, she cajoles. Kaya turns to look at her. But what if someone kicks me in the eye? Her expression is open and her tone innocent, but the question still causes Grace's croissant to rear up inside her stomach. She crouches down. It's non-contact rugby, Kaya. It's not the same game as Daddy used to play. Kaya stares at her, as though she's searching Grace's face for further reassurance. Silence sits between them for a while, but finally Kaya's eyeline drops and she sighs. Okay, Mummy. Then she plods up the stairs and returns 2 minutes later in her Wimbledon rugby club strip. Thank you, Marcus says, his low voice showing he hasn't fully recovered from Kaya's question, the arc of white skin next to his right eye a constant reminder of his own accident. He guides their daughter out of the front door, and the house falls blissfully silent. The air feels looser with them gone, and Grace sucks it in. She runs above.